What's up, Cringe Squad? Unironic Progressor here, and today we're going to be going over the best 2v2 characters in ABA. This video is definitely different from the ones I usually make, but I realize how different some characters are when you use them with a teammate versus in a one-on-one. Some characters do a lot better in 2v2s than they do in 1v1s in my opinion, but do keep in mind that this is all opinion based, and if you have a different opinion than mine, definitely leave a comment. So without further ado, let's start off with number 10, Lancer. Now, in my opinion, Lancer has a better kit for 2v2s than he does for 1v1s. For example, a recurring thing you'll see with these top 10 2v2 characters is that most of them will have a move that teleport behind you. Normally in a 1v1, these moves are tolerable, but in 2v2s, these moves thrive, because normally the opponent will be too distracted, or you could even use your teammate to help you hit it. So it's already, a really good move, which puts him in the top 10. Secondly, having two guard breaks is always a great feature to have available in both 2s and 1s, but Lancer's guard breaks are great for 2s as free damage or a combo ender. His lunge is also a great way to combo start or save your teammate from dire situations. In his mode, he is even better, having most likely the best guard break in the game, and still having his great lunge move, and not to mention Guts helping you stay alive longer and tank those one-shot moves for your teammate. Of course, not all of them. Disadvantages are Lancer is pretty easy to block and nearly all his moves are punishable if they miss, or even if he freaking hits them and they have a teammate that can save him, which is why he's number 10 on the list.
The last was a draw, but now you should hope we're not in the same group. It would be humiliating if the man who planned this tournament were eliminated so early.
Moving on to number 9, we have Hiei. Hiei is another character with one of those TP moves I literally talked about a second ago. He has an excellent guard break, and not to mention he has 2. He also has a great move for adding to your teammate's damage, the after image thing, I forgot what it's called, I think I got it right though, or just making it to where they are, like for example if you spawn like 800 years away on that freaking canyon map. God, I hate that map. Hiei's mode is a whole nother ball game because he gets a great combo and he gets amazing ways to help finish off those people walking on 1 health. Disadvantages include Hiei being overall better alone, but still good enough to be number 9 on this list. For number 8, we have Toshido. Toshido has a great versatile moveset that excels in 2v2s. His Ice Whip being free damage and easy stun while your teammate does literally anything. His Ice Traps can limit the movement of your opponents while also giving you and your teammate a decently safe spot to play cooldowns. And his Ice Dash is also a good way to get opponents off your teammate. His mode is heavenly in 2s for the stun on the Ice Dragon, the Ice Dog getting you out of team combos, and his Ice Prison, which is just great damage, and it can prevent your opponent from getting mowed. Disadvantages include not having the best kit for defending yourself alone in 2s, especially after using most of it on saving your teammate, but overall he does really good to be put at number 8 on this list. In number 7, we have Chika. She has most likely the most versatile moveset in the game. Well, that is until Accelerator comes out, because as of the making of this video, Accelerator is not out yet. Her balloon is a great way to help you get back to your teammate after spawning far, i.e. the canyon map again, which it doubles as a guard break. Body Slam plows through the opponents, which is always great, and since it can slam, it makes it much better for team combos. Newspaper Slap is also a good rush with a big hitbox, and it can put pressure on your opponents, block, allowing your teammates to have that little opening to guard break them. Volleyball is an amazing long range guard break while also being a good way to add extra damage to your opponent's combo, and her mode is great in AoE and damage overall, having 3 guard break moves that not guard break, but 2 guard break moves and 1 move that can't be blocked. Disadvantages include taking over 150 years to mode, leaving your teammate to defend themselves for an unreasonable amount of time. So back to what I said earlier, if your teammate's like a Toshido or something, he's gonna have a little bit of trouble defending himself in that 1v2 format. But I mean, at least after that, when Toshido's dead, you can clutch up maybe. Yeah, she's definitely a good number 10. Alright, for number 6 we have Gohan. Gohan is exceptionally great for 2v2s because of the teleport move that is great for getting opponents off your teammate, his black hole guard break, his Kamehameha protection, and just a free little ki blast for the Solana combo. And his mode, basically he becomes a single target, but it's all good because he goes ballistic. Disadvantages include having a forward teleport, which is definitely and infinitely worse than a behind you, and mode cooldowns, which you could argue makes Boo Saga a better person fit for this spot, but I feel like the uppercut is better than the kicks and Gohan's mode is better than Boo Saga, easily. But yeah. Number 5, we have Saber. Saber honestly has a kit for everything. Her mana burst is a great move to help you help your teammates out of combos, with her second guard break working well too, but being a little bit more risky. Her Inspire Courage is able to inspire you and your teammate with a 23.75% boost for a while actually, which is already an amazing thing because who doesn't like extra damage? For example, my guy's rush goes from 43 damage to 53, literal 10 damage boost, which can mean all the difference because the last thing you want is somebody walking around on 1 health. And it makes it even better because for characters like Shiro, he has like his M1 down slam into freaking Tosaka, I think is what it's called. That does like basically 1-shot damage as long as you boost yourself as well. But yeah, then in her second form, she loses all her guard breaks, but her combo game skyrockets. And if your teammate can come through, Saber gets crazy. And her mode is just her base, but a lot of damage, so Saber keeps her normal advantages just amped. Disadvantages include needing a decent teammate to thrive in her second mode and having to be not really close, but having to be close to your teammate in general to boost their damage, which can put you in unwanted situations. For number 4, we have Kizaru. Now it's actually interesting for me to see Kizaru go from a mid character in 1v1s to the 4th best 2v2 character. I mean, come on, for one, he has one of those wretched turn and block teleport moves, he has 2 guard breaks, and on top of that, he has one of the most spammable free damage moves in the game. This guy can excel in maps that spawn you far from your teammate because in seconds, he'll be across the map, and he'll also catch the person who just killed you off guard. He may not have that many long range moves, but his close range moves pack a punch and can move around your opponents, getting them off your teammate. His mode is the same exact thing but amped, however he gets a new move which is kinda garbage, but it's easily blockable, but sometimes it can catch your opponents off guard, so I guess it's fine. Disadvantages include not having many ranged options, and if it ever comes down to like a simple 1v1, like your teammate dies and their teammate dies, you most likely are going to lose it because he becomes mid character again. Number 3, we have Kazuma. Now Kazuma is perhaps the most annoying character to go against in 2v2s because in a 2v2, it's nearly impossible for him to not hit steal. All it takes is 1m1 and the next thing you know is you have a blue umbilical cord that Kazuma takes your nutrients, aka mode, from. He has a Yusuke guard break, which means it has infinite range and it has a large hitbox. Not to mention, it can not only protect you, it can also protect your teammates because it's a great combo ender and it knocks you back. He also has a great evasive move, and his mode is exceptional as well because it has a 1-shot move that does not end mode. He has 3 guard breaks and a move that gives him hella health, and it's a grab attack, so you know how grab attacks are. Downside is he only has 2 attacking moves. He's kind of RNG oriented, and if he gets heals, say goodbye because that boy is hitting the race. Now for number 2, we have Akuinu. Now we're talking about the heavy hitters. It's a stage controlling, guard breaking, long range, close range, distance closing, zoning beast. Akuinu is the first character to introduce the most annoying move in 2v2s and in 1v1s, which can add a damage pool onto the stage that completely limits the opponent's movements. It can even guard break, giving you and your teammate a great place to avoid being damaged. Except this is not his only guard break. He has one that he can move around, which can help you prevent your teammates from being trapped in a one-shot combo. Also has Lava Plume, allows you to follow up on any combo really easily. While his fist is, just for the extra salt in the combo, as we always talk about. In his mode, his stage control becomes insane, especially on smaller maps like Heaven's Arena. All of his moves are just base, but a million times better. And he gets 3 guard breaks, again, 3 of them. Disadvantages include not having many combos, forcing you to spam moves, which can be used for other valuable things, but just overall a great 2v2 partner. Alright, before we get into number 1, I think I might need to say some honorable mentions. The first honorable mention I have is Todoroki. Now Todoroki, he's definitely good, only good in 2v2s in my opinion, but I think the reason that I didn't put Todoroki on this list is because, for one, since he's so bad in 1v1s, once you kind of die, you leave Todoroki to basically lose for you, and, he has a defrost mechanic. Yusuke, he could have been on this list. I think of Yusuke as maybe a number 11, but Yusuke is just Kazuma except without the steal and the evasive. Then we got Josuke. Josuke can heal you, which is really all he has going for him. Everything else is literally just, he has a one-shot combo for one person alone. Alright, then we have Naruto TS. I was really debating putting Naruto TS on here because TS Naruto is, really annoying in 2s, but I ended up not putting him on here because a lot of characters can counter him. And then we have Gon. Gon is a really good 2v2 character because his rock hits very easily, but really, dude, his mode just kind of, it ruins it. It just ruins him. But with all these honorable mentions out of the way, let's finally get into the number 1 character in 2v2s. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, number 1, well, I guess I already told you by putting the little clip before it, but number 1 is Gray. Gray, in my opinion, is the best 2v2 character, and most definitely one of the best 1v1 characters. Gray excels in everything Akuinu excels in, except he also has combos, meaning Gray is also a stage controlling, guard breaking, long range, close range, distance closing, zoning beast. On top of that, Gray has a pool, the pool that we all love to step on. Except this one slips, which in my opinion is better than a guard break because a guard break doesn't do much if you're not blocking. However, you can follow up on a slip regardless of if you block it or not. He has 2 guard breaks in base, which are both long range and have decent AoE. His lancers are also his salt on a combo. However, it's more like trying to add a little bit of salt and instead dumping the entire container. As for his mode, I can start off by saying 3 guard breaks. One of them stunning you even if you don't block. By the way, did I mention it's long range? If you have any objections with Gray being number 1, please tell me so I can call you a clown. Disadvantages include having to choose between mainly helping yourself with your guard breaks or saving your teammate, which doesn't really matter that much because you can just change on the spot depending on how the round's going. That great thing at the end was a joke. If you guys have any opinions that go against mine, it's completely fine because this entire tier list is opinion based. But if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like. And if you guys have anything you would like to add or maybe a spot that you think should go to another character, then definitely put it in the comments section and, have a discussion. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.